Alright, good morning everybody. I am Mattio.
And I'm Justine.
And we are My Morning Hangover.
Yeah.
We just drank a lot of alcohol. And today we're going to talk about birthdays because that's what people do on birthdays. They drink alcohol. And who is birthdays today?
Michael Cera is 23. You might know him from the movie Juno. And he was also in Superbad. And Year One with Jack Black.
He was best in Superbad.
Oh yeah, Superbad was super awesome.
But he was greatest in TV in Arrested Development. If you have not seen the show, you need to rewind time, or better yet, just go watch the show.
It's also Prince's 53rd birthday today.
And he sucks, so you can just go ahead to the next person.
He does not suck. He's a legend.
Was a legend.
He's not dead yet.
He ruined that. All right.
It's also Dave Navarro's birthday. He is 44 today. And in case you don't know Dave Navarro, he was in a band. I can't remember the name right now. And he was also married to Carmen Electra.
Congratulations, Dave Navarro.
And it's also Anna Kournikovas' 30th birthday.
That is the one.
Dirty 30 today.
The Dirty 30.
Yes.
I've got 6 more months till that age.
Ow!
She was supposed to be my prize queen at some point in my life, so
Oh, gosh.
it's only a matter of time, Anna. Your tennis career is practically over.
Yeah, I have a few
Your
more years
modeling
till
career is
30.
almost over. And soon you will be mine. Monica, do not listen to this podcast.
I love how you dream so vividly.
All right, the next thing we're going to talk about is the 10 types of internet people.
Yes.
We're not going to go through all 10 types of people. That's a lot of people. I mean, it's one of them's you. But we'll talk about the simple ones. First, the number one on the list, porn people.
Yes.
People love pornography.
Hey, when it's free, how can you pass it up?
Clearly, Justine watches a lot.
Sometimes. Nothing wrong with porn. It's a perfect distraction.
As long as it's free, I'm fine.
RedTube.
Anyway, there are other types of internet people out there. Number 2 on our list, God knows, is actually message boards, believe it or not. People that go to forums all day, post crap.
Just posting. Trolls. Need to put them up there.
Kind of like, people on My Morning Story. But they're actually classified in a separate group. They're classified in bloggers. They're number 5 on the list. But, get back on track. Number 3 on the list is online dating sites.
Gotta find your love somewhere. There's no shame in that.
I
That's
found
actually how I met my ex-husband.
I found many exes off online dating sites. So that's just how much they work.
Has nothing to do with that.
Guaranteed to find you a great ex. And then if we look down the list, there's blogs is number 5. And that's pretty much the whole thing. You got the YouTubers are number 4, which is what you guys
Hold
are.
on. We forgot about our online gaming community.
Oh, the online gaming community.
Yes.
They're somewhere in the mix as well.
And people that do just go online to read their news. There's probably people like that, just online readers.
The online gaming community is more like number 6 or number 7. Basically, those are the people that are obsessed with Second Life, or Farmville, which somebody here.
Whatever. Don't hate on my pigs and stuff, alright?
Apparently, people chop down trees in Farmville. Somebody turned me on to this earlier this week. I never knew that.
I knew trees turned you on, though.
They do.
Yes.
Any man that chops down a tree is a real man.
With nice fruit dangling, right?
Fruit dangling from the trees, yes. Has to be apples.
Also, have to mention, I think YouTubers are on that list as well. People
that
who
was number
just
4.
watch YouTube all the time or making YouTube videos.
And if you're one of those YouTubers like I am myself, you need to promote this freaking video.
Yes, you
today. The next thing we're going to talk about is Mr. Weiner. He bawled in confession as he admitted to sexting on Twitter.
What is up with these politicians not being able to keep it in their pants? Why do they have to go on all these sexcapades? It's like you're a politician. People are watching you.
Did he really do anything
ridiculous.
Wrong? He was sexting. I mean,
it's just we expect
Twitter.
More from somebody who's in that position is the thing about it. I would expect like Snooki or somebody like that to do something like that. But He's a politician, and not only that, so many other politicians before him have gotten caught.
Snooki would never do that.
If you're going to do
Snooki
stuff like that, you need to be smarter about it by now. Can't we be smarter about things by now? Why don't you go to Thailand or somewhere and fuck around if you want to do that?
He was pretty smart about it. He said somebody hacked his account right after he did it, and then he went on a huge escapade trying to figure out who actually did it. And then he gave up and said he gave up the fight. Crap happens, but then the media pursued it more, and he gave in.
But this is the thing. Why take those pictures in the first place? Mm-hmm.
That girl thinks he's just hot, and
that fool got caught.
Yeah. I've got nothing for him. Mr. Weiner, you bald for good reason.
Yeah. You got shafted.
Which brings us to our next topic, Ragged Dick.
Ragged Dick is a book written by Horatio Alger Jr. It actually was released in the late 1800s. It's a basic rag, the richest story about a young man named Dick. He's only 14, smokes cigars, and he was a boot black. And if you guys don't know what a boot black is, that's just a fancy term for somebody who shines shoes. That was his job. And so somebody spots him, gives him a chance, and eventually he rises up.
Nobody's really named Dick anymore. Have you ever noticed that?
No, those are one of the names that's out. And Eugene. I don't know any Eugenes either. I don't even really hear people being named Jason that much. Jaden is like the new Jason now.
Yeah, but Dick is definitely gone.
Yeah. Nobody's naming their kid that. Or Dwight. Oh my gosh, that name's horrible too.
So, have you watched any movies lately?
Yes, actually, I finally watched Hangover 2. And I could say it was a great follow-up to the first movie. And I must also say, I'll never look at shiitake mushrooms the same again. If you saw the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about.
So I think she's saying go see the movie.
Yes, it's hilarious.
I personally
really
will
hilarious.
not be watching
if you
it
like
until
the
it comes
first
out on
one,
video.
you're going to love the second one. You're going to love it.
I'm sure I would like it.
I mean, you got a monkey in there smoking. You know, what's better than that?
Smoking Monkey, that sounds like the movie, The X? Yeah. There's a movie back out in the 80s.
Ooh, I love 80s movies.
Called X or The X or something. If you guys can help me out, it'd be great. Fantastic movie. Basically about a bunch of monkeys in captivity, by, humans studying them. We treat them to smoke, teach them how to play video games, all this cool stuff that they do. And one of the monkeys escapes later on with some dude in a leather jacket.
Why would he escape? Sounds like a great life to me.
Maybe. I really forget for those reasons. But it was an awesome movie back in the early 80s. Sorry, that's pretty much all we have for today. We were going to talk about a few books. One's Toys. Had a horrible review by anybody that we could find. So do not buy the book.
It got 92 one-star ratings on Amazon.
And my fiance also gave it a somewhat okay rating. However, she was not impressed. Toys reminded her of a movie called Toys back in the early 90s with Robin Williams in it, and that movie sucked too. So if you want to watch something that sucks, just watch the movie that this is sort of like in some ways that... Anyway, you won't like either of them. So just read Ragged Dick.
Yes, it is awesome. It's really nice and cool. And then you can understand also how people used to live back in the late 1800s.
Is that where they lived?
They lived in New York. It takes place in New York as the setting. So you get to understand a little bit about that.
There was New York in 1800s?
Of course there was.
Late
1800s.
Some people don't know that.
Well, if they
When
pick
was
up the
New York
damn book
discovered?
and read it, they'll know.
When was New York discovered?
How do I know all this?
I don't know.
I've forgotten so much since high school. It's not even funny.
Alright, anyway.
We're not done yet.
If you want to learn more about New York, you have to ask me, mymorningstory@gmail.com. I know everything. I'm a god.
You're not really. You really don't know everything. You just think you do.
This is true. But TV shows. Now that we're getting off tangent.
Yay! I want to talk about some TV shows on TV Land. I don't know if you guys even know TV Land exists, but they have their own
Don't
channel.
even know what it is.
If you TV Land originated from Nick at Night when they used to show shows like Dick Van Dyke and I Love Lucy and all that.
Wait, nobody watched those ones. Everybody watched
on Nickelodeon.
Everybody watched Get Smart or Dragnet. Green Acres.
Yeah, I remember that too. Dragnet and Green Acres. Yeah, those were the good shows too.
They were amazing.
Pretty much.
Strongly recommend them.
Yes. But TV Land basically is a spin-off from that, and they have their own channel, so check your local listings. Anyhow, I wanted to mention that Hot in Cleveland with Betty White is coming back for its third season, I believe. Be premiering on June 15th.
June 15th.
And a new show starring Fran Drescher, who I love.
Fran.
You might remember her from The Nanny.
She's got a horrible voice.
You know what? At first it was horrible, but I found it charming. Once you get used to it, it doesn't bother you. And the show is called Happily Divorced, which is how I like to address myself, happily divorced. So check that out. It premieres on June 15th.
Also, if you're the sci-fi kind of guy, Falling Skies, June 16th, I believe. Produced by Steven Spielberg, and you're going to freaking love it. Or at least, I hope you'll love it, because I hope to love it too. And it looks awesome so far, and it better hold up to its potential. Steven Spielberg definitely doesn't usually mess up, so.
Yeah, that's right. E.T. is still awesome.
And this is going to be on TNT. And if you guys want, you guys can come to mymorningtv.com or whatever and submit your own videos, once a week.
Yes, please. We're looking for some new talent.
We do welcome you to do that. You can also find us on Twitter, My Morning Story, or just go to mymorningstory.com to check out the latest book. And the latest story of the day is...
It's actually a poem.
Oh.
It's okay. You can find it on My Morning Poem, which is one of the, subsidiaries of My Morning Story?
Poetry.mymorningstory.com.
Correct. And the story of the week is Identity Theft by our own user, Neon Cherry Blossoms, very talented young lady.
It was a pretty angry poem, but it was, talking about all the angst that goes on, I think, and and people that and basically, all the fake people.
Right, all the phonies. So many phonies out there, especially in high school. When you're coming up, you're still trying to realize who you are, and some people latch on to certain types of identities or wear certain masks, just for the sake of being cool or whatever.
Or if you're a sports guy like myself, you're in Philadelphia and you got Cowboy fans over here, you're like, how are you a Cowboy fan? You freaking fake little... and you just want to rip them, apart, and just kill them and throw them into an oven. But you live on, and you hate them for the rest of your life.
But, of course, those things do happen, and it even crosses over to when you're working and you become an adult. You even can be in the same situation where you see the kiss asses, for the boss, and the overachievers, the slackers.
Right there.
Go to hell. Of course, I know you're coming with me anyway, so bring the sunblock.
Bring the sunblock. All right, everybody, that's it for My Morning TV, or Hangover, should I say, on My Morning TV Network. Man, we really screwed that one up.